guys, welcome back to Blackburn Rovers for the Rovers Return series. We are on season number 6 and our third season in the Premier League. After successfully managing to keep the team up and out of the relegation fight, I'm more than happy with that. But now we're on season number 6, which leaves 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 more seasons, full seasons, to get that Premier League trophy. So this is where we've got to start really building on it, and we did have a fair bit of money to spend, which again, I've spent the vast majority of it, incomings and outgoings as well. So let's go back a little bit here. So where we are, 4th of August 28. So if I organise that, we have 4 players that have come in before the tick over. I wanted a backup goalkeeper, young Andre Gomez from Benfica, quite a good average keeper all round, gives us a decent backup. More than happy with that. I decided I wanted to really improve my defence now, like sort of get an upgrade on the players that I already have. So somebody who's going to replace Scott Wharton is going to be Christian Mawissa, a player who I've never actually bought, never even heard of, to be fair. He was over at Toulouse, and he's a strong centre back, pretty quick, decent determination, overall really good defender. I'm quite happy with that, and left-footed as well. Mikel Peña is a regen from Atletico Bilbao, can play on both full-back areas, but I'm going to play him as my right back, and he's got a lot of talent even, and I think he can progress quite well. And finally, in the left-back slot, as a backup left back, or maybe the starter, I'm not sure yet, Valentin Barco. Everybody knows Valentin Barco from years of FM Wonderkid status. Again, he was at Brighton, only played, by the looks of it, 9 games in total for Brighton, 9 league starts in the space of 5 years. Perhaps I should have looked at that a little bit, as well as a few players that went out on loan. In fact, we've had a lot of players go out. Daniel Peretz, he left to go to Luton after he came back from his loan spell. Fofana has gone to Norwich. Harry Pickering has gone to Cardiff. Aravena I have sold as well. He's gone to Ipswich. So I did bring in a little bit of money to top up the transfer kitty a little bit. Even though, saying that, we still only get 40%. I keep on asking every season. It keeps on going up a little bit at a time, but I'd still prefer it to be more. And then I brought in another goalkeeper for free. Couldn't believe this. Could not believe this. This is an absolutely outstanding signing. I mean, you got one of the best wonderkid goalkeepers on the game, and his contract runs out. Nobody signs him. So I was the first one in for him, and he signed. He's going to be my new first choice goalkeeper. Sadly, for replacing Bayindia, who actually hasn't done that much wrong, but RESTES is he'll be better. Unfortunately, I have had to put a release clause in for 90 million, so if one of the big clubs does come in, they'll have to pay that. I really hope that doesn't happen, but I'm very happy with that. And then I brought in Matus Fiber, is a Slovakian regen from Slovakia, obviously, but he was at Wolves. So he obviously came through the youth system. I don't know whether he's going to get played, but I think he's got a little bit about him, so we'll see. We will see. Plus, a few other players did go out. Ephraim Yeboah has left the club. He's gone to Altar for nearly 20 million. Michael Pond, believe it or not, is actually a regen through our youth academy, and Everton wanted to pay 18.5 million. I have no idea why, but I'll take it. Just a quick message to say thank you very much to all the subscribers who have subscribed to the channel. I really do appreciate it. And if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel and share it around your friends. Thank you very much. Now we'll continue on with the video. So the squad is looking a little bit like this now. We've got RESTES, obviously our first choice goalkeeper. We've got Wharton still, Mawissa, Ramsey, Morton, Vers Lewin, who again has progressed on amazingly well for 1 year of football. Outstanding player. And the same could be said for Francisco Dupont, who 9 goals in 35 games. Okay, for an 18-year-old, that's not a bad debut season, realistically. But again, he's improving. He is improving. So we have got what I consider tactically a slightly different tweak to it now, where I'm starting 3 strikers. I want to see if that works, because I do have the likes of Dupont, Young Soo, Christian Williams, Smodic, McAtee, Corchetti, Leonard. They could all play in those roles. So I want to see how we get on with that now that I'm trying to get Blackburn further up the table. So I'm going to go and simulate the season. Still only 3 competitions in. Let's go and find out what happens. Oh boy. Well, haven't we done well? UEFA Europa League qualification on 54 points. That's quite a low points tally, to be fair. And we were well off that Champions League spot. But to get Europa League football in the 3rd season back in the Premier League, I am very happy with that. And only with, I think, where did we finish last season? 11th on 50 points. Yeah, we finished 7th on 54. With a minus goal difference, by the way. Damn. Okay, so there we go. Europa League football for next season. Brilliant. Competitions-wise, how did we get on? Just cannot seem to get a good cup run going. Early stages, the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup again. I don't know. Goals-wise, let's... Yeah. That's not good. And also, you'll see there is a rather distinct name that is missing. And I'll come to that in a second. So, only 10 goals from Harry Leonard. 8 from Dante Rodriguez, who, again, I'll come to in a second. 7 from McAtee and Smodic. Lack of goals is really, really hurting us at the moment. Really hurting us. But, as I say, transfer-wise, I did come back in the January and I did bring in a few players. Well, I say come back in the January. I signed this Dante Rodriguez here. He got signed on the last day of the transfer window. I mean, for a regen, having dribbling, finishing and first touch of 16s in each, I'm very happy with that. I'm just hoping that he progresses more. Then I also signed in the January Jason Van Duijven from PSV. 5 goals in 15 is not the best, but halfway through the season, I'll give him next season, see how it gets on first. And another regen, a Mexican centre-back who can play right-back and randomly attacking midfielder. Good player again. Overall, good squad player. Quite happy with that. But the big one was this. Sadly, in fact, actually, I lost 2 players. So, Bayendier, he was going to go in the summer. But for some reason, the transfer didn't go through. I think either they didn't have the money or the paperwork wasn't done in time or whatever. But Galatasaray came back in the January and signed Bayendier, so he went. And then Dupont had his release clause triggered and he has gone to Barcelona for 44 million. That being said, financially now, we are looking very, very good. And I've now got nearly 65 million in the transfer kitty for that Europa League football. I'm going to have to make some improvements. Otherwise, we're going to struggle. That extra calendar of football matches, of having the Europa League on a Thursday night league game, it's going to take its toll on this squad. So I'm going to need to improve it very, very quickly. But what you guys have to do is tune in for the next episode of season number 7 and see what I can do with it. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks very much for watching. Ta-ra.